What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, we're coming back to Lightbringer. Yes, indeed, Lightbringer fans feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-boobity-bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Krauser, and this is actually Krauser's prioritized request for the month of July for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So here you go, Krauser. I hope you enjoy the show, man. Krauser wanted to see me react to this song by Lightbringer called Diamond. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a minute, hang on, this sounds familiar, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Let's see, Krauser gave me a little bit of an intro to read to you guys. Let's see, Lightbringer was formed in 2005 in Tokyo, Japan by vocalist, every time I pronounce this I feel weird saying it, Fuki and bassist Hibiki. I hope I pronounced those names right. The band disbanded in 2014, although they just call it an indefinite hiatus, in quotes. Yeah, we know how that goes. There's a couple of bands I'm in that are right now on an indefinite hiatus, and I'm just wondering if I was fired and I just wasn't told. Anyway, they're a power metal band that incorporates quite a bit of prog and other genres into their songs. The lineup changed a lot throughout the years, guitar players and drummers, but this core stayed from the start of the band to the very end. That would be Fuki on vocals, from Unlucky Morpheus, Tallbox, and Fuki Commune. Boy, she's busy. Hibiki on bass from No God and Saber Tiger. Mao on keyboard. Helps with the songwriting of Love Bites, Mardellis, and many other bands. Also works with Fuki to this day with her solo projects. So, these names, Fuki, Hibiki, and Mao, they're the core. They're the core. But guitar players and drummers apparently have rotated around throughout the years. There you go. Let's see. This was posted by Krauser, okay? And the video has 7,600 views. Not gonna get you there. Sorry. Look, I'm sure the song is fine. I'm sure the video is fine, okay? I'm sure it is. I'm just saying, 7,600 views, it's not gonna get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. A link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Lightbringer, Diamond, live. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
それでは皆さんにもっともっと声出していただきましょう。聞いてください。
Okay, solid groove. Okay, let's pause right there. I gotta be honest with you, folks. I was really enjoying the slower feel there. I mean, okay, and let's be clear. They actually did jump up into a double time there. Let's be honest here, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Always the snare on 2 and 4. What that means is it's not a switch in feel. It's actually a switch in tempo. They actually went from a straight time to a double time. They went from, a BPM of 80 to 160. So, it was well done. It was, but I gotta be honest with you, folks. I was really into the groove of that halftime, man. I was digging that groove. Had kind of a Deep Purple meets early Dream Theater feel, like Images and Words Dream Theater, mixed with a lot of Deep Purple. It felt good, man. I was really digging it. Now we're in this double time. We took off, and I'm like, ah! Anyway, let's keep going here. Bass player. What is she swinging over her head? Little interaction. A lot of great things happening. A lot of great things. Stage energy is off the charts. Love it. Love seeing this amount of stage energy, not just from one person, but from everybody up at the front. Love seeing that. Bass player moving around, guitar player moving around, lead vocalist moving around, interacting with each other, interacting with the crowd. I love seeing that. I really do. It's great to see. Showmanship is there. I saw the bass player grab something and swing something over her head. Swear to God, it looked like a stuffed animal. Was it a plushie? Was she swinging a plushie like a stuffed cat or something by its tail over her head? Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that done before. I think that might be the first time I've ever seen a musician pick up a stuffed animal and swing it over their head like a towel. I think that's the first time. So there we go. Check off another box. Things I've never seen before. Things I never thought I'd ever see. Well, there you go. You never know what to expect with these bands, man. You never know. It's funny. After reading the intro that Krauser gave me, listening to the song, this song really does sound geared toward keyboard and bass and vocals. the core members. It makes sense. It does make sense. Don't get me wrong, the guitar player had their time to shine. They did. You know, whoever the guitar player is, that, you know, jumping up on the Eagle block and playing, you know, all by them lonesome and, you know, playing it well. And they're contributing to the song. They are. But if you really listen to the song, you really focus on what's happening within the song, the spotlight is really being put on the three core members: bass, keyboard, vocals. It's interesting. It's interesting. I'm going to have to go back and listen to the other Lightbringer song I did and see if the same thing happens there. I don't remember it being geared. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't remember it being geared, but I didn't have that information before, and now that I do, I'm curious if all of their songs are kind of structured that way. You know, like I say, it's not like the guitar player is being ignored. It's not like the drummer is being ignored either, but you really kind of feel like the spotlight is on those three. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's keep going here. Guitar solo. Keyboard player, I love it. Watching the keyboard player come away from behind his station to interact with the crowd. I love that. I love it when keyboard players leave their keyboard to interact with the crowd or interact with the other band members. I love seeing that.
What's causing all this?
Keyboard players, don't be afraid to do that when you have the opportunities. Like if you're not, like right now, they're just vamping. They're just vamping on this one section. They're using it as a chance to interact with the crowd. Keyboard players, seriously, if you guys have that opportunity like this to come up from behind the keyboard, take it. Take it. Don't stand there behind your keyboard like a statue and be afraid. Seriously, there's no reason for it. Come out and be a part of the show. We love seeing that. We really do. As audience members, we love seeing you guys do that. I wish more keyboard players did. Anyway, let's keep going here.
いやー、しんどいしんどい。ちょっと引っ張ってもいいかな。ちょっとしんどくなったから、ちょっとクールダウンするために今までで一番こうダイナミクスの小さいダイヤモンドちょっとやってみませんか。はい、下げ下げ下げ。いくよ。
Wow.
じゃあこれぐらいのボリュームで。
You hear a pin drop.
つつましやかに日本人らしくいきましょう。
What great control.
いきますよ。せー、ワン、ツー、ワン、ツー、スリー。
Wow. Wow. What? I'm sorry. What great crowd control. I mean, that bass player had the crowd in the palm of his hand, man, just right there. And I have no idea what he was saying to the crowd, other than I get the feeling he was telling the crowd, we're going to do it soft this time. Let's see how, instead of seeing how loud we can be, let's see how soft we can be. Let's see how quiet we can be. Man, you could hear a pin drop. Other than the kick drum. You know, the kick drum was going do, 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 do the whole time. But other than that, like when it comes to the crowd, you could seriously hear a pin drop. That was incredible crowd control. Amazing.
その後を引き継ぐ私の気持ちにもなってみろ。
What is that? It's a
みん
dog
なちっちゃい声と大きい声どっちがいい？
or a fox
ちっ
or
ちゃい声がいい
something.
人、大きい声がいい人だよね。大きい声出せる？大きい声出してくれる？ OK、 それじゃあ行きましょう。ワン、ツー、ワン、ツー、スリー、フォー。
Wow, son, I was waiting for them to come back in with that final note. They just left. They're going to leave us hanging like that. How rude. How rude. 7:45. Didn't feel like it. Felt like about 6. Huh, okay. Okay. I'm not going to argue it. I mean, it is what it is, but it didn't feel like it. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Lightbringer with Diamond. This was a request from Krauser, and this was actually Krauser's prioritized request for the month of July for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Krauser. I hope you enjoyed the show, man. I thought about it, and I'm going to be honest with you, folks. This score came to me pretty quick. I spent about a minute thinking about it, and then the score hit me, and then I spent about another 5 minutes making sure that I was right. You know, is this really the score I want to go with? Yep, it is. It is. So, I mean, it didn't come to me right away, but it came to me pretty quickly nonetheless. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.8. Yep, 8.8. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
I really enjoyed this. I really did. I like how they did that beginning feeling with that kind of a halftime feel to it. I really enjoyed that. Kind of gave me vibes of a cross between Deep Purple and early Dream Theater. I mean, like, Images and Words early, maybe Awake, but I wouldn't go farther than that. I'm really leaning more towards Images and Words, honestly. A nice combination between those two was that intro. Then the guitar player jumped up on the Eagle block and the song took off. I mean, it absolutely took off at that point. Great energy throughout the song, great drive, great feel. I loved everything about this song. There was not one thing about this song I did not enjoy. Everything the guitar player did was really nice. The soloing that he did was nice. Filling out the chords the way he did was very appropriate. When he would play, you know, he would have little fills here and there just to kind of fill out the sound. It was very tastefully done. Got no issue with anything he did. The drumming was solid, absolutely solid. Some really nice fill work in there. I enjoyed everything he did. Again, nothing stuck out like a sore thumb. Everything he did felt nice. If I'm being honest, after seeing and reading the intro that Krauser gave us, it made everything else about the song make more sense. The song does, if I'm being honest here, the song does feel more centered towards vocals, keyboards, and bass. Now, the vocals don't surprise me. That's typical of rock bands. The keyboards doesn't really surprise me. I've seen a lot of keyboard bands or bands that have keyboardists where songs are kind of geared toward the keyboardist. You look at Dream Theater. You look at bands like Journey. You look at bands like Kansas, Boston. Well, Boston's really more toward guitar than keyboard. But a lot of those like arena rock style bands that have keyboards, you'll see a lot of songs are kind of geared toward them. So not really surprised by that. I am a little surprised by being a little more bass focused than a lot of other bands are. It was nice. And now I get it. Those are the 3 core members. So of course they're gonna write songs that are kind of geared toward those 3, incorporating the guitars and the drums, obviously, you have to. But those 3 core members aren't going anywhere, it seems like. You know, guitar players and drummers, from what I'm seeing in this, are rotating out. You know, it's a little, not a revolving door, but it's, you know, you'll see faces change. And why would you write a song that is geared around a drummer when that drummer's gonna leave? You know what I mean? I mean, that just doesn't make sense to me. So I absolutely get it. It seems like these 3, I hope I pronounced the names right. Guys, seriously, help me with the pronunciation. Let me know if I'm doing it wrong and tell me how to say the names correctly, because I know that when people, you know, call me the wrong name or mispronounce my name, I don't know how you can possibly mispronounce my name, but I know when people do, it gets on my nerves. So I would really like to know if I'm saying these names right, and if I'm not, please help me to say the names right so I can be respectful. Fuki, Hibiki, and Mao, it seems like the 3 of them have kind of made a commitment to each other. Like, we're not going anywhere. No matter what happens, we're gonna stay tight. You know what I mean? As long as the band was in existence, and apparently they're on an indefinite hiatus, so maybe there's some trouble in paradise. You know what I mean? But it seems like the 3 of them did make a commitment at one point to each other, and we're not going anywhere. So that's cool. And as a result, you're gonna write your songs geared more toward those people. You know, you just are. And I have no issue with that whatsoever. It makes perfect sense. The song was a lot of fun. The song was a lot of fun. Showcased a lot of great technique from everybody involved: keyboards, drums, bass, guitar, vocals, everybody. The song on its own, I would honestly give about an 8.4, 8.5, somewhere in there. So how do we come up to an 8.8? I have said this from day one on this channel. A live show can help or hurt your score. If you have a really good song and your live performance is absolute garbage, your score is going to go down. On the flip side, you could have a really good song and you have a fantastic live show and your score is going to go up. Is going to go up a ton. I mean, I have raised in the past, I have raised scores almost a full, actually over a full point, because the live show is just that amazing, you know? I'm going to use Gatcherik Spin as an example. They had that one song that with the live show was just unbelievably impressive. Just energy through the roof. And I gotta say, the live show here was really nice. It was. They checked off all of the boxes. Let's go down the list. Stage presence. Oh yeah, they had that in spades. Check. Stage energy. Definitely. Amazing stage energy from everybody. So another big check. Stage interaction. Yep, they were interacting with each other. The bass player interacting with the guitar player interacting with the vocalist, guitar and bass interacting with the drummer. We had a lot of stage interaction going on. Vocalist interacting with the guitarist, vocalist interacting with the keyboard player. Yep, it was all there. So another big check. Crowd interaction, the most important in my opinion. Check. About half the song was crowd interaction. So I loved that. But here's the thing, it was crowd interaction, but it wasn't the same. Okay. Was it the same thing over and over again? Yes, it was. The approach was what was changing. Every time someone took the lead, the approach changed a little bit. In particular, the bass player taking a completely different approach and bringing everybody down, demonstrating amazing crowd control. Great job on the bass player's part. Really bringing the crowd down to the point where you could hear a pin drop and keeping them down when they were doing the crowd interaction. I thought that was brilliant, absolutely brilliant, showing some amazing crowd control. Let's keep going down the list. Showmanship, check, definitely there, having some fun with it. Loved seeing the keyboard player moving away from his station when he could, when he was able to move away because he wasn't playing, jumped over to the drum riser to interact with the crowd. How cool was that? Keyboard players, take note. When you're able to move away from your station, even if it's just for 16 measures, do it. Because we as an audience, we love seeing that. We really do. You don't have to do it on every song, but during the course of a show, if you do it like 2 or 3 times, we'd love to see it. We really would. Production. Okay, well, they had lights. They had lighting. I suppose that counts as production. Sure, why not? Production's kind of like, okay, if you're a production-based band like Rammstein, your production better be through the roof because you're not going to have the showmanship. You're not going to have the crowd interaction. You're not going to have the stage interaction. You're not going to have the stage energy. You'll have stage presence, but that's all you're going to have. So if that's the case and you rely on your production for your live show, your production better be through the roof. Well, these guys don't need a lot of production because they provide the energy themselves. So production, very low on the scale of importance in a situation like this. Everything else, though, they checked off very well. So as a result, we go from about 8.4, 8.5 up to an 8.8. I feel good with that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So 8.8, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.